Welcome to Barangaroo. Today we're going to be talking about waste and recycling and what goes on underneath the towers in the basement. But firstly, Plastic Free July is an amazing program. It is now in 177 countries and 250 million people sign up to Plastic Free July every year. It was started by a small group of people in Western Australia and it is now a global movement. So now come with me, we're going to go into the basement and see what happens to waste and recycling at Barangaroo. So welcome to the basement. This is where all the action happens around waste and recycling. But in order for us to get a really good recycling target, we need you upstairs to separate your waste properly. So a couple of tips to get you through it. The green bin is just for food waste and compostable packaging. So all food into the green bin. Yellow bin, this is just like the one at home. So glass, metal and rigid plastic. So water bottles, Coke cans, tuna tins, that's all the yellow bin. Blue bin is paper. Pretty obvious. It takes paper and cardboard, newspapers, office paper, receipts, anything like that, very recyclable. So once you've done that, what should be left over is just soft plastic, plastic bags, plastic packaging. And we turn that into fuel for cement manufacturing. So it's got to be really dry, no food in that bin. So once you've separated it properly, it comes downstairs and then we weigh it all. Come on, I'll show you. Once you've actually separated the waste, it comes down here and every single bin is weighed. It's checked to make sure it's separated properly and then the clean waste streams are put into the compactors. So we talked about the top 4 recycling streams, but there's a couple of others I wanted to just touch on. Cooking oil, we turn that into fuel for trucks, and then we've got a range of different partnerships with not-for-profits that can take e-waste, batteries and other things and recycle them. We actually recycle or reuse 19 different waste streams with only one going to landfill, and that's the red bin. And we try to avoid at all costs anything going to landfill. If you don't separate your waste properly, unfortunately that mixed waste bin has to go to landfill. So once it's been weighed and logged into the system, then it goes to the compactors. Let's have a look. So once the waste has been weighed and we know that it's a clean, separate stream, then it goes into these big metal boxes. They're compactors, they compact the waste, and then each of the different waste streams goes off to a different facility. So this is dry waste, that's the soft plastics, plastic bag packaging. That gets turned into a fuel for cement manufacturing. But we're constantly looking for new ways to get a better recycling outcome. And one of those is polystyrene. I'll show you what we do with that. So one of the things we really try to do is where we've got a separated clean waste stream, we try to get a better recycling outcome, and we've done that with polystyrene. So look at the boxes behind me. Polystyrene as a single stream takes up lots of space, it breaks up really easily. It's actually quite difficult to transport because it's full of air. And what we've done is put in a compactor to turn it into a more solid block, which means it's much easier to recycle it. The other thing we're doing with the polystyrene is we have partnered with a group called Mates on the Move, who are a not-for-profit organisation that supports people going through really difficult times in their lives. By partnering with Mates on the Move, we get a better product. We are recycling our polystyrene instead of turning it into a fuel, and we're supporting a really important social enterprise that is really contributing greatly to people's lives. We have a lot of food waste at Barangaroo. In any given month, 50 to 60 tonnes of food waste are coming down into the basement. Now we do something really useful with that. We send it off-site and it gets turned into fertiliser and green energy, which is a great outcome. But what we wanted to do is get a better value out of that food product, and we've actually partnered with a group called GoTerra, who are using insect larvae to break down the food waste, and it gets turned into a really beautiful balanced fertiliser and an insect larvae that is high in protein and fat and is perfect for animal feed. But what we're trying to do across the board is reduce the amount of waste we're generating in the first place. So particularly through the month of July, Barangaroo South Community and Lendlease are really focused on trying to reduce our dependence on single-use plastic. So Come along for the journey with us, have a look at the Plastic Free July website, pick a couple of actions that you think you could do to just reduce the amount of plastic that we're generating in the world today. Thanks.